Happy to have you with us. We're getting started in just a minute here. All right. Everyone, welcome to our orientation webinar. We're so excited to have you with us. This is really for you, the new members, to get into how to get the most out of the program. And we're going to show you how to use PowerTrades University, go into our overview of the curriculum, get into all the awesome features of PowerTrades University. This really is a program designed to include everything you need to succeed in the stock market. So thank you so much for joining us. We're happy to have you with us.
Absolutely. And the goal of this whole program as well is to just help you become a more confident trader, so that you know how to make money when stocks are falling, when they're going up. Like even currently right now, when we're going through this recession and the stock market has been falling, like we really want you to feel confident that you know strategies to implement to protect your account, to make money, and to really just take your skills to the next level so that you can become financially free. That's what this program is all about. So that's what we're here to just show you the program, show you what it offers so that we can help guide you through this process so that you know what's in the program, all the features, so that you can get the most out of it. So I'm going to share my screen now, and I'll just, actually first, Michaela has something to show you.
Yes, okay, so everyone be sure to stay to the end because we are going to give 2 t-shirts away. We have a t-shirt giveaway, our new PTU swag. You have an opportunity to get a t-shirt if you answer a couple of these questions correctly. So number 1, pay attention to the whole thing and stay till the end. And if you answer correctly, you might get a t-shirt. All right, so Antonio, take it away.
Awesome. Let me share my screen with you guys and then we will begin. So this is a sneak peek into our program. If you're a member, you've already been inside of here. So we really want to just cover all the features inside of PTU so that you're not missing anything and you can get the most out of this platform, because maybe you might be like, oh, I didn't know that feature existed, or I didn't know that was there. So this is our home screen. When you log on, this is what you're going to see. You're going to have all your tabs up here. This is kind of your navigation bar up top that can take you to all different places. And then down beneath this, you have like quick places that you can go to, whether that's your Start Here forum, whether that's your courses and all of the trainings we have, or whether that's our group coaching and our discussion forums we have. And then we also have our trainings or replays from the live coaching sessions that we do. You can find them easily right here, and then additional tools and resources. And then also you can see on the side, recent topics, popular contributors, who's saying what. And then you can also see the common conversations that are coming up right here on the side and recent posts. And then you can also see upcoming events. So this home screen is just a quick overview of everything that's going on inside the program. But Michaela and I are actually going to do a deep dive into all these different parts of the program to show you more about it. just in case you missed something, or maybe if you're new, you haven't been through the program before, you're like, where do I start? Where do I begin? So that's what we're going to share with you. So if you're a new member, and this is your first time coming through, this is where you start. Power Trades University First Steps. And this is what you can click into. And then throughout here is where you can see what to do. So the first step right here, step 1, is watch the orientation webinar. That's what we're currently doing. We're hosting this webinar for you guys so that you can get to know all the features inside of PTU. So you're already on track if you're here and you're joining us live. If you're not live, this will be recorded and you can always watch the replay afterwards. So that's the first step. The second step is to get your program goals in a PDF download. So this PDF download, you can basically click into this and then you can download it here with this PTU program goals button and you'll get a PDF. This PDF is basically designed to keep you on track as you go through the program so that you're checking off goals as you go along. So for example, if you open up an account, that's one of the goals on there, then you can check it off your list and say, okay, I'm on track, I'm checking off the goals and I'm going through this program. It'll just help you stay on track and keep you focused on what you should be trying to achieve. So that's a nice little PDF if you want to download that to help you on your journey through this program. You can click back through here to go back to the previous spots that you were at, or you can just hit the back button, of course. And so then the next thing we want you to do is introduce yourself. We want to get to know you. So inside of this, Michaela wrote down a great guide to how to post, how to share who you are with everyone else. And you can introduce yourself by clicking right here. She already laid it out for you perfectly. And then you can see that all these other people have already commented and posted about who they are and a little bit about themselves and their backstory. So maybe go through here, read some of these other members' posts to see who they are. And maybe they're in the same area as you. You can comment, you can interact with them, and you can also introduce yourself. So we want to get to know you, know who's in our community, because we just want to help each other grow. This is a community. It's not an individual. You're not doing this on your own. We're doing this together. So that is how you introduce yourself. Let me go back now to the next steps inside this beginning stages. The next thing you're going to want to do, if you're new, is sign up for the beta text alerts. So this is actually really important. We've been taking more and more time to really dive deeper into our text alerts, and we're really starting to the verge of launching some new things with text alerts. So this is something important to sign up for. If you ever want to know when Jason's going live, when he's seeing something move in the market and he wants to let the community know, he usually texts it out to everyone. So Jason has a tutorial of how to do that. There's the steps beneath it. You can watch this. He explains it more in depth, but this is how you're going to be alerted when things are happening inside the university. So sign up for those text alerts. They're very important. And then let's go back. And the last step is to download the trade ticket. So this is our digital trade ticket. It's basically where you can log your trades. So when you start trading, you start placing trades, whether it's a virtual trade or a real trade, this trade ticket is where you can log all the trades you're taking. You can write down your support and resistance on there. You can write down when you're going to get in, when you're going to get out. And we also have formulas set up on the trade ticket that can help you if you're trading options, find your break even, and do all sorts of different things. So that's kind of a trade ticket to just help guide you as you're placing trades and as you get started in the program. So if you guys have any questions as well, I know we're streaming this on YouTube and we're also doing this live on Zoom for our members. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. We'd be happy to answer them as we go through the sections, or also at the end, we'll have a time that you can answer any questions or ask any questions that you have. So that is just the overview of how to get started once you first get into the program. The next thing is that I want to go into is we're going to go into all of our different programs. So we have our starter program, we have our pro, masters, we have elite even for our high-end program. I want to walk through all of our programs, what they have inside of them. That way, you know, as you're going through it, what we offer and what you can take advantage of. So the first thing I want to go over is beginner basics course. Now, this course is actually free. So if you're watching on YouTube, we want to send this course to you for free. All you have to do is text the words BB, which stands for Beginner Basics Course, and we will send you that course completely free. We want you to try it out. We want you to see how Jason coaches. We want you to just get familiar with how we set up our modules and the whole program in general. So we want to give it away for you to free. Now, just because it's free, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have value. So if you're actually already a member, we still really encourage you to go through this modules, because there is some key information in here. Jason covers mindset, how to set goals, how do you plan for your financial future. He covers all these things inside of this course. And so skipping it, you might be not as focused. You might not have your goal set up. You might be like, well, how much money should I start with? Jason covers it in this Beginner's Basics course. So just because it's free doesn't mean there's no value in it. It's really important. So even if you're a member, feel free to check it out and go through the modules and take notes and dive right in. So that's a great place to start if you're new. He kind of sets up what to expect moving forward as well throughout the rest of the program. So yeah, so that's the Beginner's Basics program. Michaela's going to take it from here and just share with you the next program we have and go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And also I wanted to include too, if you get that first Beginner Basics course, not only will you get the course, but you also get everything that Antonio already went into, which is getting your goals PDF, being able to get your trade tracker. So that's really, really key. Even if you join for free, you get so many good, valuable educational items, including the course, everything he also went into. And Danny here, one of our members, asked a question. He asked, where do you interact with the community or the coaches with any questions about the market or support in general? Great question, Danny. We are going to get through every single thing you mentioned, the community, coaches, as well as support. So stay tuned. We're going to answer those questions. So I'll go ahead and share my screen and we can continue on. So as Antonio already went through, getting that first step into getting started, then you're going to go through your first course here. Now we're going to move into what's included with our starter membership. Our starter membership includes our foundations course, as well as the options and explain course and the group coaching program. But we're going to focus in on our courses. So right on the home page, you can click into your foundations course here. It's going to lay out all your main course modules, as well as the bonus trading account training, which is going to get into how to open your account, how to set it up. It's so helpful and valuable if you want to get started. But this course is really going to help you with the fundamentals of stock trading. By the end of this course, you're going to know how to read stock charts, how to recognize patterns, how to research stocks and companies, and you will also, by the end of it, have all your goals checked off on that sheet that Antonio mentioned. You will be able to open your account, create a watch list of all the top rated stocks, and you will be able to start to trade, whether that's practice trading or real trading. So this course is so key to getting you started. But we have a lot of newer members who may feel that they need to get through every single course and every single module in order to start trading. But really, the foundations course is going to give you everything you need to begin. So by the end of this course, you should be either practice trading or real trading. So if you get into the main modules here, you're just going to click in and you can view your modules this way. Normally, we always recommend start with the first one. And you can go from module to module right below. And this is where you'll be able to get into it. If you want to click back, there's a few ways, as Antonio mentioned. You can use the back button. You can click up here and navigate where you want to go back to, if it's that course, the modules, or if you want to go back and view all of your starter membership courses. And you can also come up here to the main menu tab under courses and click in here under foundations. So as we mentioned with this course, by the end, you're going to be able to chart like a pro. And we actually have free charting software right inside of PowerTrades University. So if you're wondering, okay, now I know how to chart, where do I even do that? You're going to be able to come right up here to our tab, free charting software. And you can draw your support and resistance lines. You can change your view of the chart. If it's a little intimidating for you, you're not exactly sure the ins and outs of how to use it just yet, that's okay. You can come down here to Jason's video here. And let's see, I guess my mic is a little crackly, so I'm gonna change it. 1 second, guys. All right, so hopefully that helps a little bit. And you can watch this 11-minute video of how to use our free charting software right inside the U. So again, this program is really to help you gain everything you need to get started. So let's continue on. After you've gone through your foundations course, in your starter membership, you're going to go into your next course, which is options. Now, this course is going to take your trading to the next level. By the end of this course, you're going to know how to grow a small trading account using options as leverage. You'll understand how to use call and put options. You're going to be able to protect your account from major sell-offs, and you're going to learn Jason's rental income strategy. And it's very similar to real estate. It's super interesting how you're able to do that, all at the fraction of a cost from buying and selling stock. So this is really where you get into managing your account, no matter what type of market we're in. Right now, we're in a very volatile market, but being able to use call and put options is incredible. Using put options, you can actually make money from the market selling off or dipping. It's absolutely incredible. And with option trading, there's a lot of details. We have bonus material that will help you out. We have a Greeks mini course, as well as all of our downloadable PDFs here. So we have some bonus modules, but what's really going to help you too, if you're a member, you're going through this course, I highly recommend getting your option worksheets printed out and taking notes on them as you go through the modules. These are your cheat sheets that are going to be so helpful as you go through the course, but also when you're trading. So by the end of this course, you should be able to at least practice trade options, and all of these bonus downloadables will be very, very helpful for you. And again, I got to these by just being inside of the Options Explained course. We have the modules, the mini course, and the bonus material. And then I also wanted to point out too, that we have quizzes for you with each course. So you can test your knowledge to make sure that you're on track and understanding all the information correctly. So to do that, you're going to come up to the courses tab, scroll over all the way to the end to quizzes here. And we have a quiz for the foundations course, the Options Explained course, which I was just talking about, as well as our next course, which is advanced options. So there is no limit to how many times you can take this course. You can take it as many times as you want. We've seen people who start, maybe they go through just a couple modules, they take the quiz, they get excited. Maybe they don't score as great, but then they go back, they review the modules, they take their notes, and then they start getting 90 and 100%. So this is just very helpful for you to make sure that you understand the material and are on track. So I believe that is it as far as the starter courses. And again, the starter membership would also include the group coaching program. And then our next membership is the pro membership, which includes everything we've already talked about, as well as what Antonio is going to get into as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great so far. So yeah, just like Michaela said, we are going to, when you get the pro membership, you get all the other courses included all the way up to advanced options. So in here, I'm going to click inside and show you the advanced options course and kind of explain a little bit about it. So this is the advanced options course, and these are all the modules. This course is very extensive. There's so many different modules in here because advanced options, there's so many different strategies that you can use with this course. So advanced options is all about taking your skills to the next level. For example, like if we had to do a comparison, advanced options is like playing chess instead of checkers. This is where your good strategies come in, your neutral directional strategies. You're going to be learning about spreads. You're going to be learning about iron condors, strangles, straddles, all sorts of different spread strategies and option strategies that you can use. Really take advantage of if the market's moving sideways or going up or going down. You can win in multiple directions. So this is where you really start to build upon what you've already learned in Options Explained course, and this will take you to that next level. This is where like I feel like the learning just continues and you start to like implement all these new strategies, and this is where you can really start to craft strategic moves inside the market. So that is what advanced options is all about. The goal of going through these courses too in this section is really to understand spreads, because spreads are really just made up of options, which is what you've learned in Options Explained. So that's why it's so crucial that you really take time to learn the information, because you're going to use that same information when you get to this course and these modules. You're going to put that into use from what you've learned previously. So that is Options Explained, and that is, advanced options. So something else I wanted to share with you. So these are all the modules you can see here that I talked about: debit spreads, bull call, bear call spreads, all the different strategies. Jason does a great job at not only explaining the strategy, but he also demonstrates the strategy with real examples. And then he also shows you how to execute the trade in your actual account. So we have so many modules here that really help you learn and grasp these concepts. So that is all about advanced options. So from here, something else I wanted to show you is how the search feature worked. So for example, say you're going through these examples and these modules and you're learning about iron condors. What you can do if you're saying, man, I want to learn a little bit more about iron condors, you can use this search feature. So right now you can categorize it by where you're searching at. And for example, for this example, I'm just going to search everywhere and say I want to learn a little bit more about iron condors. I can just type that in and hit enter. And then after the page loads, give it a second. Then we're going to see everything that's talked about that has iron or condors in its name or in the description or anywhere in the forums. You're going to find that. So now I can see conversations that are going on real time that are talking about doing an iron condor on the SPY, or you can see day trading the SPX with iron condors. So you can really start to implement like what you're learning through the modules. And now you can say, okay, what are people talking about these? How are people using these current day right now? What are the conversations that are going on? You can search it through the search tab. You can also see that, module 8 actually pops up. You're like, oh, there's the iron condor Jason was talking about. And you might have already found it in that section, but you can just search it as well. So if you're like, what module did Jason talk about iron condors or bear call spreads? You can just type it in the search bar and it'll pull up for you. So I think the search bar is really handy to use when you're trying to find information that you're looking for. You can also type in stocks or anything else you're looking at. So if you were already invested in AMD and you're like, well, let me find out what are other people talking about AMD. You can type it in and instantly see the conversations going on about AMD. So you can see that someone just took a win with AMD. You can see AMD, Amazon, Google. You can see different conversations that are going on. What's Jason saying about it, in his last group coaching session. So this is a great tool to use to learn more about different topics that you're specifically wanting to know about. You can just search it. Or for example, you can actually search people on there too. So for example, if Michaela is posting a lot of good information about her chart reviews and all this stuff, you can come up to the top here and you can search by members and you can be like, let's take me to Michaela's, if I can spell her name correctly. Let's find out Michaela's profile. What does she look like? Let's learn more about her. I want to follow her trading account and I want to see what she does. Now I can see everything she's been posting. So you might want to follow Jason or see what Jason's been talking about. You can just go to his profile and see everywhere where he's commenting and where he's talking. That way you can just find their profile and do that. So that's a really easy way to just kind of browse all of the platform. Anything you're looking for, you can type it in and most likely it'll come up in search. So if you're ever confused or where to find something, try using the search bar to see if you can find it. So that's advanced options and also how to use the search bar.
Yes, absolutely. And as Antonio was mentioning, once you find someone, there's just that follow member button right at the top there. And you can follow them and you'll get notified anytime that you will be able to, anytime that member makes a post. Yeah, right there, the follow member, perfect. So you'll get notified anytime that person makes a post. Okay, so building on top of that, so we've gone through what's included with our beginner basics free membership, moving on into our starter membership courses, and then going into our pro courses, which goes into advanced options. Now moving into our master's membership, which goes into our master classes that we have. And these master classes break down advanced technical indicators and show you the best time to use them. And these indicators will help you improve your entry and exit times for your trades. And you can be the most accurate with your trades in stock research using these indicators. There's a lot of noise and a lot of research out there about what is the best indicator to use and how to use it. All these master classes are really going to help you identify what to use and when to use them, as well as how they work. So we go into breaking down what stochastic and MACD is, Bollinger Bands, going into moving averages, looking at when to use strategy and when to use tactics, and then my personal favorite, the art and getting ahead of the chart. So really leveling up your chart reading so it improves your accuracy with your trading. So let's take a look at one of these. So master classes can really be taken at any time. Obviously, some knowledge of how to chart and trade is necessary, but these can really be peppered in with your other trading or your other training courses, because they're going to level up how you can chart. And again, trying to find the best times to enter and exit trades. So a few other features we wanted to show you as well. So this is just one example, but with all of our courses, you have the ability to post and ask questions right below each module. So we see here some awesome feedback from the members, but if you had a specific question and needed something to be made more clear to you during this class, you can come down here and post your question. You can also review other people's answers to questions. Maybe your question's already been answered right below here, but we're going to show you how to do that. So let's go all the way to the end. Come down here. And right here, we're going to hit reply to this topic. So what's very helpful to us, if you have a specific question, to note the time. So it's a 2-hour master class. When did you talk about that? Maybe it's at 1.5 hours. You can make that timestamp. But you're just going to go ahead and type your question right in here. And you can also, I'll get into this too when we talk about our discussion forums, but you can also add screenshots or any files you might need. And what's really awesome too is, let's say you need to tag a specific person. Maybe you noticed a certain member has been very helpful, or they're really good at a specific topic. If you go in right here and click the @ symbol, and start to type their name. So I'm going to use Antonio as an example. It's going to tag them. So now I click his name. When I post this question, he's now going to get notified to come check it out. So especially when trying to tag a team member or one of the coaches, Jason, myself, or Antonio, or really trying to get your specific question answered, we really encourage you to tag that person, because that way they get notified and they can help you sooner. So in any course, any module, you can come down and ask questions right below it. So I'm not going to actually post this, but how you would do that is just click the submit reply topic right there. And you'll notice too, with this class and any live session that's been posted as a replay, including this orientation webinar, we have everything timestamped for you. Not only do we provide a short summary so you can see what it's about, but let's say that you want to see an example of using stochastics. Well, at 37 minutes, you can jump ahead, and that's exactly what we'll be talking about right there. So this is very helpful, especially as we'll get into more about the live group coaching sessions and things like that. But we really try to make it as easy as possible for you. Even if you really want to get the information, maybe you just have a few minutes. In the very least, you can go to that specific timestamp and learn about what you want to learn about. So I believe that's what I want to talk about, but that's a breakdown of all of our specific courses. And we do have our Elite Mastermind. That's a separate program. If you're wondering more about that, feel free to type it in the chat, and we can share a little bit more about that with you. But it's an awesome high-level mastermind that we'd love for you to be a part of if you would like to learn more. And I think Antonio's going to get into the rest.
Yeah, so those are all of our programs that we have. Like Michaela said, we have our starter, our pro, our master's membership levels. But now with each of those different programs, it comes with other bonuses as well, other things that are included. And one of those things is group coaching. So if you sign up for a membership versus just buying an individual course, then you've received group coaching. And this is where like the learning starts to click and everything makes sense. So group coaching sessions is where Jason goes live. He usually goes live every Monday. And then also he gives a midweek update where he shares with our members what's currently going on in the market. Like, ooh, the market's selling off. Or for example, when Fed Powell speaks, he's like, hey, he just spoke. This is what I think the market's going to react based on what he said. And so he will share that in a live update that you can watch. And so if you're a part of our membership program, you get to see him go live all the time. And these coaching sessions really help you understand the information. It almost like a light bulb moment goes off, because what you're learning in the modules, you're going to see Jason use those same strategies, those same techniques, everything taught in the modules. He's going to implement it in real time when he's doing his chart analysis, when he's looking at the market, when he's considering getting in or entering or exiting, anything like that. He's using the same principles and the same foundations he's teaching with his actual trades, but you just get to see it live in action. And sometimes with his experience, being in the field for over 20 years, he just has a different perspective sometimes than most, where he can really analyze and really break down what's happening in the market. And so group coaching is where all that happens. So you might be thinking, well, how do you register for one of these sessions? That is where our calendar tab up top comes in really handy. You can click on the calendar tab, and this will show you all the events that we are going to be scheduling and all the things that we're going to be doing. So you can see that our next group coaching is scheduled for Monday at 8 p.m. You can come to the calendar and sign up for that and get scheduled for it. But now when Jason does his live updates that I mentioned as well, he does those randomly in the week. And the reason it's not on a specific day or it's not scheduled is because it's based on what the market does. For example, if the market's really calm one day and there's not a whole lot of action, he's most likely not going to go live to cover it. But if something's happening in the news, or if something's happening economically or with the stock market or the S&P 500, Jason usually will come on and record a video and go live sharing his thoughts about it. So this is kind of spur of the moment. And usually it's like when the market opens or when the market closes, and he will go live. This is why it's important to sign up for our text alerts, because every time Jason goes live, he's going to send a text out and be like, hey, I'm going live at 10 o'clock. be on and watch me go live. And of course, if you miss it as well, like Michaela said, you can always catch the replay. So let me go into that next. So that is group coaching, and that's what it's all about. But if you miss a session, you can come down here to group coaching replays. I'll go into 2022 and I'll go into, what month are we in? October. Let's go into October, and you can see that already for the month of October, we had a group coaching session yesterday on Monday. He did a Wednesday morning update. And then on the 3rd, he also had a group coaching replay up as well. So he goes live quite frequently. And so if you want to click in and see, okay, what he talked about, like Michaela shared earlier, everything's going to be timestamped. Everything's going to be recorded here so that you can see what we talked about. You can see that Jason actually goes through and shares his actual chart. He's sharing what analytics he's done, and he's sharing it all live with you. So it's super cool experience to just see your learning come to life. We strongly encourage you that you shouldn't wait to like, oh, maybe I should go through foundations course first to learn a little more, and then I'll start attending the courses. We really encourage you to start attending right away, because I feel like this really speeds up the learning process. When you can see it live in action, you'll be like, oh, that's how he does it. That's how it makes sense. So as soon as you start taking the courses, start attending the group coaching sessions right away. There's no need to wait. There's a lot of good, valuable, tangible tips that he breaks down inside of group coaching. Something else that he does inside of group coaching is we'll frequently look at different stocks. For example, if we're looking at Apple, or if we were like, hey, what's Netflix about to do? Or what's Disney doing? He breaks down these sometimes in his live streams, but then he also logs them in what's called a trade tracker. So if you go up to the top here, you can see trade tracker right here. You can click on it, and this will open our trade tracker. We just have some example stocks that we're looking at. But if you scroll, let me wait till this page loads a little more. Not loaded yet, but there's going to be a tab where you can go through different years like 2019, 2022, and you can see what we're currently looking at as far as our stocks go. If this page would load, I would show it to you. but basically, you just take my word on this one. But basically, he breaks down where you should enter the trade, where you should exit the trade, what should you consider. He writes his analysis up. There it goes. Now you can see at the bottom here. I won't go into 2022 so that you can't see what we're currently talking about, but you can see our old watch list. Like if I went into 2019, you can see that he does an analysis. Is he bullish? Is he bearish? Are there any comments? What option should you consider purchasing if you like the stock that he's recommended? What strategy should you use? Should you do a strangle, a straddle? What day did he observe the pattern? And you can see all of that inside of this trade tracker. So this is really valuable to just get a quick glance of what we've covered in case you missed the session and you want to just see quickly what stocks we're looking at. So that is all about the trade tracker, and that is how you use it. So that is something. Group coaching comes with all the programs. Again, I just want to reiterate that group coaching is available to everyone. As soon as you sign up, you can start attending the sessions. So that is group coaching. And I think Michaela is going to dive into our discussion forums next.
Yes, absolutely. So with those live sessions, as Antonio mentioned, all the courses come to life, and this is where you get your potential trading ideas. You get the exact strategy that you could use, and you also get to ask questions live. So if you have a lot of questions, you can ask questions there. Another great place to get your questions answered is in our discussion forums. So you don't have to wait for the live sessions. Throughout the week, no matter what time, you can always post in our discussion forums. So these are included in our group coaching program, which is in all the different memberships, as well as occasionally we do have group coaching offered by itself occasionally, depending on the situation. But within the live sessions and replays and everything, you also get the community included as well, which includes the discussion forums. So we have them segmented here with these different topics. We have the general discussion forum, bullish and bearish community, as well as advanced option strategies. So depending on what your question is about, or maybe you have a potential trade idea that you'd like to share with everyone else, maybe you have an incredible win, you can find which area you would want to post it in. Let's start with our general discussion forum. So here you can see all the different topics that people have been posting recently. You can see so many have started even this month. People are consistently talking in here. It's a great community of like-minded traders that you're able to connect with here. And one of our favorite topics that's pinned to the top is where we get to share our wins. So we just have pages and pages of people who are sharing their specific trade and how they were able to profit from it. So it just super encouraging. I'm going to go to the very last page here. So we see people supporting each other, locking in their profits. This is just a really good cheerleading section. If you're ever concerned, like, hey, can I make this work for me? Come in here, see the hundreds of people that's worked for. And you can also post your wins too. If we go back to our discussion forums, can get into our bullish community forum. So if you think that a specific potential trade might go up, or you have a question about a bullish trade or a bullish strategy, or maybe you're in a trade right now and you need help repairing it, this is where you would come in and continue to post. We see someone here has posted about Qualcomm. Let's just say that you are interested in Qualcomm, you'd like to learn more about it. You can actually follow specific topics, and then you'll get notified anytime someone posts a response about this topic. And how you do that is you just come over here to the follow button here. It's going to ask you how you want to be notified. Do you want just a little notification when you sign into Power Trades University? Do you want an email anytime someone posts something new in this specific forum? Or do you want an email per day or an email per week? So you get to really, you get to monitor and make it specific to you how you'd like the notifications. And then you're going to go ahead and follow this topic. So just like you can follow different members, as Antonio showed you earlier, you can also follow topics. And then anytime someone comes in here and posts about it, you can see that you can see what they're responding to. And I also want to show you too that this is a great place to include your screenshots of your charts. We see that this member did that here with a great analysis. That's going to help the other members, the community, as well as the coaches to be able to respond to you and help you out with the best way possible. When we know your thought process and what you're thinking with the screenshot, we can better respond to you and understand your thoughts behind it. And so in that free charting software that we already discussed, you can grab a screenshot right from there and post it in here. So these are all of our discussion forums and how you can ask questions, get potential trading ideas throughout the week. Day or night, you can post in here. And if you're ever wondering, okay, what have I missed out on? This forum has a very unique feature called Newsfeed. Come up here to the tab. And so you can see all activity inside of the forums. You can see content that you haven't read yet. You can view any content you started. So you created that discussion topic. You want to see who's responding to it. Or you can see all content from members that you follow. So you can really get your news and questions answered by filtering it this way. For example, I'm just going to go into all activity. So I'm going to see who posted what and where, and who's responded to what, and you can immediately go into the different topics. It's kind of like a nice timeline here, and you can start clicking in to whatever you would like to see. So I believe that was made clear. I guess one thing we can show you, if you're wondering how do I even, communicate with the community, just click start a new topic here. It's going to take you to a new thread. You'll create your title, include any screenshots, tag any members you'd like to see it, and then get it posted. So I forget who the member was who asked earlier. Let's see. Danny, he said, where do you interact with the community or the coaches about questions, the market support in general? So it's going to be right here in the discussion forums throughout the week. Also in the live sessions, of course, you can, see the members and chat with them too, get your questions answered, but the discussion forums. So one thing I'd like to note though, the discussion forums are not a place to get support from the team, meaning like, I forgot my password, or I'm locked out of my account, or how do I upgrade? We're actually going to come over to the support tab, and that's where you're going to be able to get any more support related to your account answered. So if you need to get a reminder of your password or change it, update your billing, or if you have a general question, you can contact us right here, as well as submit a testimonial and check out the PTU store as well. So it's all under that support tab. So great question, Danny. I hope that was answered. And I believe now Antonio is going to take it away.
Yes, so let me share my screen. So we just want to pause. So that's our whole program, basically. You've got a glimpse of what our programs look like, what's included, the coaching sessions, the discussion forums, our text alerts, everything that comes with it. You can just have a glimpse of everything that we do inside of this platform. So we're just going to pause for a minute. If there's any more questions about anything specific and that we can maybe address or take on this chat, we're here to help. And I guess that's the bottom line as well, is Michaela, myself, Angelique, we're all part of the team. And our job here is just to help you guys. Like, we really want you guys to succeed. We want you guys to become a more confident trader. So we host Q&As. We do all we can to try to really take our members to the next level and support them along the way. We're interacting in the forums. We're answering questions. So we're here to help you guys. Just know that. So if you guys ever feel like you're stuck or you're nervous, reach out. Maybe you don't know any other members, reach out to one of us. We're here to help and answer you and help you along the way as well. So we just want to encourage you with that and just let you know that we're here to help you along your way. So so I'll pause. I don't know, Angelique, if we have any questions or anything like that, but let me know, or Michaela, if you've seen any other questions come through. If not, we can move on.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, I don't see any other questions coming from the members here, but just to emphasize what Antonio said, we are here to see you succeed. This community is a safe space. You can ask questions. We don't consider any question to be a quote unquote stupid question. Everyone is a beginner at some point. Just go ahead and ask it. Someone else is probably thinking the same thing, but we've seen so many members succeed, and we want you to be one of them. So this is why we have this orientation webinar, so you can really utilize the program to the full. You have everything you need at your fingertips. So hopefully this was eye-opening to help you understand how you can get the most out of it. But yeah, I don't see any new questions come in.
All righty. Well, if there's no more questions, then as promised, we're going to do our t-shirt giveaway next. Oh, yes. Maybe one question came through. Antonio, can you please elaborate on the trade ticket for me again, and also talk about the importance of practice trade? Yes, great question. Let me just read his question. So he says, Antonio, can you please elaborate on the trade ticket for me, and also talk about the importance of practice trading before placing a real trade? That's a great question. So let me pull up my screen share again to just share with you what he's talking about. So the trade ticket was in the beginning. Trade ticket is designed for you to log your own trade. So the trade tracker, this tab up here, the one I showed you earlier, that Excel sheet, was where Jason logs all of his trades that we cover in our Monday night session. but the trade ticket is in the beginning, and that's pretty identical to the trade tracker, except it's for you. You can edit it, you can type on it, you can put your own trades in there. So it's designed for you to follow along. The same way Jason logs his trade in the trade tracker for the whole community, you can download your trade ticket here and you can get, he has a walkthrough of like what it is and what it's all about. You can click here to download it. It's for members only. And this will actually help you log your own trades. And it has, like I said, you can figure out your break evens. If you're entering a spread, you could be like, well, where do I make money? Where do I lose money? How much money is at risk? You can type all the information into the Excel sheet, and we already created the formulas that are going to help you analyze all those things about the trade, like your break even and all that stuff. So that's the trade ticket, but really it's just for you to log your trades, and so that you can quickly determine your break evens. If you're doing options, all that stuff is how you use your personal trade tracker. That's where it's for you. It's so that you can log your own trades. So hopefully that answers your question about this trade ticket. If not, watch this video. It's 16 minutes. Jason goes through like all the features of the trade ticket, and he really breaks down how to use it. So watch that if you have time.
Or support.
Excellent, I clicked on it. So he's already breaking it down there. The next question, he said, can you touch on the importance of practice trading before placing a real trade? Great question. We strongly advise or encourage everyone to practice trade before they actually put real money to work, because this is where you really start to hone in your skills. Because if you just start with real money and you take a few losses, this is going to discourage you. You're going to be down in your account, and you still have to keep practicing and trading to get better at it. So just like anything, we suggest that you start off by practicing. So practicing is like when you trade virtually, it's fake money. So it's called paper trading or virtual trading. We have some YouTube tutorials actually where we break down different brokerage accounts that offer paper trading. And Jason's going to be releasing a new video here shortly too of a new brokerage account that he wants to try using to paper trade with. So paper trading is a great way to just practice everything you're learning. So even when you get to harder stages, when you're practicing spreads, place it in the paper account, see how it would work. Like what happens if you bought it today and the market fell? Like, would you lose money? Would you make money? Would you lose less money? How does it all work? So we really encourage you to practice trade. And something Jason always says is you want to be right 7 out of 10 times. You want to be right consistently. So once you start consistently winning and winning and winning, and you're getting more and more confident, then it's easier to put real money to work. But if you're losing consistently, then it's like, okay, what do I need to learn? What module do I need to go back to and relook at so that I can get to that profitable, that 7 out of 10 win rate, so that you feel more confident when you put real money to work. So that's something that we encourage you to do, is really practice. And I don't know, Michaela, if you have any other thoughts on that, but yes, practice trading is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. And I think a big part of paper trading or practice trading too is learning how to manage your emotions. Sometimes you don't realize how you're going to react when it's your money on the line. So when you're practice trading, you're able to go through the motions. Okay, this is how I buy to open. This is how I sell to close. So when you're actually using real money, you know you can kind of go into autopilot and hopefully put your emotions aside and understand, you know, I've practiced this before. I understand that this is the analysis. It's worked for me before. Could have a little bit more confidence. So it's really great to have a simulating account like that. One more question from DeQuinton says, Michaela, please go over the proper use of tabs to navigate the website in order to get the right answer to your questions. Okay, so I believe he's probably referring to support. So Antonio, if you don't mind hovering your mouse over the support tab, and DeQuinton, please let me know if this is where you wanted to go. But we have all the different forms of support here. So under forgot my password, change my password, and update billing, that's actually going to give you all the steps to do that on your own. So you can get your password emailed to you. You can change your password as well. And you can also update your billing by filling out the form that will be there when you click that button. But if you have an unrelated question about your account or anything having to do with billing or anything like that, you're going to click the Contact Us tab. And then it's going to go into a form here, and it's just going to send us a message, and we can respond right back to you. So hopefully that helped, talking about support as well as the other tabs too. Okay, so if we go back to the main menu here, we have, left to right, like Antonio's already doing awesome. So you can go back to your home, you can go to the courses. This is also where you're going to get to your quizzes as well. But all of this is available on the homepage if you need. The news feed is going to go into anything that's been posted recently, and you can filter it through those tabs. And the calendar, that's going to give you all the upcoming live sessions that you can register for. The only thing that won't be mentioned on there, as Antonio said, was when Jason goes live, because the market's moving and it's time right now. And then that's also where you can navigate to our trade tracker. This is the shared one that Jason goes through. So that's what Antonio shared before. It's another tab. He's going to pull this up when we're in the live sessions. And then we didn't touch on this, actually, our podcast player. So any other episode of the podcast previously, you can check out here. It's a great thing to do if you're, driving and want to level up on your knowledge, and then over to the support tab. So hopefully that helped, but great question to Quentin. Feel free to play around with it, and you're a member, so you'll have access to the replay too. So feel free to go back through it and follow along if you need to. But great question.
Great. Awesome. Whoops, I'm going ahead. I didn't mean to.
No problem.
As well as the other tabs too. Okay, so now it's time, I guess. Do we have anything else to cover, Michaela, or are we ready to move
I think
forward?
it's time. It is time. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for this hour. We really hope it helps you get the most out of your program. To reward you for being here, and we do have our new, t-shirt swag. We're going to give away 2 t-shirts. And so the way this is going to work is we're going to ask 2 different questions. When we get to the first question, we'll ask it. You're going to type your answer in the chat box. The person who answers it correctly and first, so is the quickest, is going to get a t-shirt. All right. Any questions about how it works?
We should be good. Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Also, we'll have 2 different winners as well. So if you won once, then we'll let someone else win the next time as well. So
yes.
With no further ado, let me ask am I asking the first question or are you asking it, Michaela?
Either way, go for it.
Okay. Oh, you want me to go for it? Okay.
Yeah, go
for it. Question, you ask the second
Okay.
one. All right. The question is, true or false? You can only ask questions during the live session on Mondays. So maybe Angelique or something, maybe let us know, or Michaela, who came in first. And,
yeah. Okay.
What we got.
Yeah. So first of all, the answer is false. You can ask questions in 3 different ways. One is, yes, you can ask questions during the live sessions on Mondays, but you can also ask questions in the discussion forums, and you can ask them right below the courses. All right. So we do have a winner. Danny answered the correct answer, which is false, first. So Danny, you are getting a t-shirt. Angelique's going to write your name down and make sure to get your sizing and everything, and then we'll ship that over to you. Awesome.
Good. And then Michaela, I'll let you read the next question as well. So is everyone ready? Is everyone ready for round 2? Because as soon as I click, the question's going to pop up. So
I think we're ready. Let's
okay,
do
3,
it.
2, 1, go.
Okay, this is multiple choice. When can you start practice trading? Is it A, you must know everything and complete every single course first? Or is it B, Well, after the foundations course, when you know how to chart and have an account, or is it C? Never. Actually, you know what? We don't really teach you how to trade. So just type in A, B, or C. All right, guys. Come on. I see a few answers, but they're actually wrong. Think about it. When can you start practice trading, everyone? And unfortunately, I see Danny already has the right answer, but he already got it. Okay, we'll give it another second. All right, let's see, Antonio, do we have a right answer?
Yes, we have DeQuentin, I don't know how to pronounce your name, DeQuentin Jones. DeQuentin says B, after the foundations course, when you know how to chart and have an account. Yes, that is the correct answer. So it's not A, you don't have to know everything to start paper trading. And yes, we do teach you how to trade. So we're going to teach you, and actually you can start paper trading even before you go through the foundations course. If you want to try paper trading and then compare it after you do your foundations course, what you're going to learn. So that that'll be a cool comparison as well. So yes, start paper trading, start practicing, and that we hope to see you making some good trades and good money from it. So awesome. I hope Angelique recorded that so we can get them out their shirt. And that is our t-shirt giveaway. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for participating and for being with us on this live stream. Hopefully it gave you more insight into the program, into what we offer and what PTU is all about. Really, at the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do is help people become more confident traders, taking them from a beginner not knowing anything at all and teaching them how to be confident so that they feel comfortable placing trades, making money when the market goes up, down, sideways, we're in a recession, no matter what's going on, we want you to feel confident with it and can participate and get the most out of this program. So we'll reach out to you, DeQuentin. I see that you asked that. We'll reach out to you and contact you, and we'll get you set up with that. So nothing on your end. We'll reach out to you to get us a form. And yeah, anything else, Michaela?
I think that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for participating. We really appreciate it. We hope that you got the most out of this, and we're hoping that you get the most out of your program too. So thank you again. And remember, you guys,